Howdy. I hope that the video already started recording. If it isn't, so be it. It might have gotten chopped off. Hello everyone. It is currently August 14th, 2021. I've gotten lucky with the Diablo II Resurrected Early Access Beta key. But when I say I've gotten lucky, I pre-ordered the Collector's Edition the moment it got announced. And I've played the beta for probably about 10 hours or so. And I am very happy with what I'm seeing. Given that it is a beta, there are small bugs here and there that I'm sure Blizzard will eventually fix up. And I would like to share my impressions of the game. Something important that I would like to start off with is that when I started playing the game, I realized that there is an enormous difference. Well, not enormous, a noticeable difference between the way the game feels when you're playing it versus when you're actually when you're watching the video. So like what you're seeing now, if you're giving me the privilege of watching my content, what you're seeing now is going to feel much more impactful than when you're playing the game. What I would like to share is the notion that many are saying, and I am going to speak the same type of voice because I agree, that the upgrade from original Diablo 2 to Diablo 2 Resurrected is spectacular. When I say spectacular, what do I mean by that? I mean basically this. This right here is an ability that you have, is to switch between the old graphics and the new graphics. This is the way the game looked when it first released, and I have a 1920 by 1080 monitor, so this is the way that I would see the original Diablo 2 or Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction if I wanted to play the game today. And while I've played the original Diablo 2 for years, and I loved it oh so very much, when I started playing Diablo 2 Resurrected and I saw this, right? This is our beloved Deckard Cain in the old version, and this is the Deckard Cain in the new version. But when I pressed that G button, it just hit me so hard into the very core, because when I saw how much work was done on the characters and how good the game looks overall, just aesthetically, it is very pleasing. So if I take a look at Akara, for example, up close, or the Akara stand, all the pots and everything hanging in her tent, there she is walking around. You can kind of see that she's wearing something, but when you look at the new graphics, you can see that there are different pieces of jewelry on her arms, and she's wearing a necklace, and her robes, they're all floating in the wind. The grass is moving in the wind. The work that was done with the fire specifically is done so well. And this tent right here is like, you can see that there are different potions sitting in the tent. You can make out all the individual details. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the small rejuvenation potion, and this is the big rejuvenation potion. Like you can see the container like so clearly, and it's all shiny. Oops, gotta move around a little bit. You could still, do it in the original version, but this is the original, and this is the new one. It feels so good to look at it. Character models, NPC models, monster models are so good. This right here, those are the ring pieces that you have. They look so shiny, they look so well polished. You know, it might seem like a pun, but picking up Diablo II Resurrected and looking at the items feels very satisfying. There's something else to note. I'm gonna demonstrate it here in a second. If I take a scepter, right? If I take this scepter and I switch to the old graphics, when you look at it, it looks like a gray mace, like a regular mace. And if I switch to the resurrected graphics, it looks like the item in the inventory. So they've changed the models of those items to match the items themselves a little bit better, a lot better. I shouldn't, you know, diminish the value. It looks much better. Just look at the scepter and the difference on it. It's so good. It looks particularly good on the paladin, you know, because you're supposed to be using that on the paladin. And I'm sorry, the zoom in button is F, and the graphic switch is the letter G, and they're very close on the keyboard, which is why I am a little bit off. So I'm going to zoom in, and we're gonna walk around and look at the monster models, so you can appreciate the difference between what was there and what is now. Like, look at this fire graphic, this star. It is so good. This is the old one, and this is the new one. It's so good. It is mind-blowingly good. Like, you can see the smoke all around here. The aesthetic of the area is so wonderful. And if you look at the monster models, they're all pixelated in the old one, and in the new one you can make out individual pieces of clothing on the mobs. You can see the rats crawling around too, like you can see the tail and everything. I'm just gonna go straight to the Countess and show you the Countess kill. I'm getting lucky with the exits. Oh yeah, apparitions. Let's see if there are any more apparitions. Yeah, this is the old apparitions versus the new apparitions. It's so good. Look at that. You can see like the ribs and the skull, and even the horns on the skull are visible. The old ones you can kind of make out when they're all piled up. It's a little bit difficult to figure out how many of them there are. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna play in a zoom in mode for a little bit, so you can see that when the monsters approach you, just looking at the monsters and the gold and everything and just the environment, looking at it up close feels satisfying because of the quality of the work that was being done. So my props go out to the Blizzard team that worked on making sure that this is possible. The quality of animations is so good. And yeah, there's also gold out of pick. Oh, there we go. This is the old one. This is the new one. The level of detail is so gratifying to look at. Level 5. Let's take a look at the apparition again. Come on, Kasim, get them all. This is lightning. Cast it a few times. Lightning looks really cool. There's a frozen armor and do I even have charged bolt? Let's look at the charged bolt. Yeah, there we go. The difference between the old charged bolt and the new one. The feature that they've added that allows you to switch between the old graphics and the new really brings in the ability to appreciate the work that was done. Like I wish I could create art that is so detailed, like the character models that are so detailed, and bring them into life. It would be... Ooh, F rune. And Kier rune. And the scepter. Yeah, that's a quick look at what the design team did. And I recommend that you check out Diablo II Resurrected. If you've played the original Diablo, you will not be disappointed with this one. The game is still in beta. The work is still being polished as far as the online portion of it and what you can do with other people. There we go. Lots of runes. Yeah, I've been playing around and collecting them. It's a very satisfying feeling to run around and kill stuff. Yeah, Arcane Sanctuary looks really good. Everything looks good. Let's see if I can find the summoner. Well, I can find the summoner. I'm just not sure where he's gonna be. That's the old one. That's the new one. There are a lot more stars now. That's for sure. Get them, my loyal mercenary. So, for those of you who are curious, the game will release on September 23rd of this year. It'll be ready to play. And currently in the beta, we do not have Necromancer and an Assassin. You can, however, play every other class. You can play up to Act 2, up to the end of Act 2. You can kill Duriel, if you wish. And get some loot. 3 sockets. Nice. Maybe I'll make an Enigma. I'm joking. You cannot make an Enigma in the beta because the beta is only the normal difficulty. Alright, did I get lucky? Oh, there's a bit of a lag here. Oh, I did get lucky. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, I died to the summoner. That's not funny. Oh man, he dealt a lot of damage. Alright, I gotta go and resurrect my merc, and then I gotta go and pick up my gold. Oh no. Rip me. Good evening. Good evening. let's make our way back. I wanted to show off the summoner, but instead of showing off the summoner, the summoner showed me what's what. I'll still finish that up. As far as playing the game, I'd say that I will definitely be aiming for going toward the hell difficulty as fast as I can, and then after I get to the hell difficulty, I'll be gearing up my main character. My first character is going to be sorceress. I might sacrifice myself again for the sake of the visuals. Oh no! I thought I pressed the button 4, but I didn't. I thought I would get my juvie. Okay, I am not going to get my juvie. I have to resurrect the mercenary again. I wonder if I can make some sort of a rune word. Well, I can make a rune word. I just don't know what kind I would make. In the 3-socketed breastplate.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's get back out there. I am determined to show him to the people. There he is, the summoner. I am no! Step away from the... Alright, there he is. Wrecked by the mercenary. Alright, we got him. He didn't drop much. But yeah, that's the spot. Feels pretty good. Alright. Well, I think this gives you guys a good impression of the upgrade that Blizzard has promised us and delivered. I think that the delivery definitely happened in terms of aesthetics. I hope that the launch goes smoothly with all the servers and we will not have a fiasco of any kind in terms of the ability to start up the game and join with other people. I had no issues on that front while playing the beta. You know, I've created games and there were many people who joined, so you will not be lonely on that front. You will not have an issue finding someone to play with. If you've been with the game for a while and you know what the leveling process is like, you know, you will probably be able to create the game, save the cane, get to Tristram and do your Tristram runs until you get to 15 quite often and quite easily. You know, there will be many of us who join you, and we'll get that leveling going, and then once the bail until 45 is done, move on to Nightmare and all that. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun. I hope that this little review, this little introduction is going to nudge you toward checking it out if you were hesitant to check out the game. and whether it's worth it to get it. I haven't seen any outstanding issues so far, and I'm really excited for it to come out. On that note, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on September 23rd when the game goes live, and we shall meet in Sanctuary, and then I'll help you gear up if we ever do meet. Check out my stream on twitch.tv/Rarugu. The links to the social media are below. So I'll see you next time, and take care.